Wolfgang, what about your own restaurants around the world? Are you worried that some of them may have to close permanently?
Well, we are lucky, for example, in London, Cut in London, we just opened this weekend and we are starting out. Actually, people want to go out. So I'm happy that we open. All the staff there is so happy to be back to work. Even if they have also a program from the government, they get 80% of their salaries or so forth. But people want to work. And I feel really that's a good indication that people really want to go back to work and not sit at home and collect unemployment. So Cut in London really started already. Cut in Singapore started already. In New York, we are debating as we speak how to put the dining scene outside, how to create a dining room which protects the customers also from the bypassers. And you don't want to have a steak and then you have somebody looking into your plate and says, give me a piece of it. So we have to get a separation. And I think in LA, Chinois is still closed. The Bryer Hotel, we actually stayed open during the lockdown because we had about 10 rooms occupied, and now the occupancy is about 50%. A lot of local traffic, weekend traffic is coming. The restaurant at the Bryer is doing well, but we closed the bar. There are no private parties. So it's really at the end, only 50% of food and beverage going on.
And that obviously has an impact, Wolfgang. And also there's recent reports of a spike in California. Are they becoming stricter now with the lockdown?
Yeah, well, in LA County, for example, which is the biggest county in California for sure, I think we have 12 million people in the county here. I compromise many cities. And I really believe that the governor put us on lockdown in bars. There's only outdoor dining. Thank God cities like Beverly Hills are very accommodating. I talked to the mayor, Lily Bossi, and she actually said you can have the whole sidewalk, just set it up so your guests feel comfortable. We're in a cul-de-sac street, so it makes it really easy. So we have 18 tables outside, and some people actually like it a lot because people are al fresco, and the weather is so much part of it. We have great weather right now, it's summertime, and so it's easy to sit outside and have dinner outside. So we make it as comfortable as possible.
Do you find, Wolfgang, that the people are cautious, they're frightened about the virus, or do you find now that they're more relaxed?
A lot of our customers, the older ones are more nervous. The younger ones seem to care a little bit less than the older ones. But our main aim is really to keep our employees safe and our customers safe. You don't want to be on the headlines that said, an outbreak happened at Spargo at the Bryer Hotel. So that's why we do testing every week. We want to make sure if somebody doesn't feel good, we send them home right away, have them tested again. So to make it sure that the people feel comfortable. So now we tell the people, and they know, we take their temperature when they come to the restaurant, even they sit outside. So safety is the most important part because we don't want to have the COVID spread.
And you have, of course, 5,000 employees around the world. We talked about furlough and the payment protection, the PPP. Are you using that, Wolfgang? Because I also believe that you're subsidizing some of your employees yourself.
Totally. In a lot of our places, we subsidize the restaurants, we subsidize the employees who work in our airports, who supervise the airport locations and so forth. I think at Spargo, finally, we are open, but we are still not open 100%. So we are lucky until the end of July here. We have the government, the federal government, who gives every employee $600 a week, plus they get the state unemployment. So they end up with $900 to $1,000 a week, which is not a bad salary, So some people prefer to stay home. They said, I have a family, I live with my parents, they're older and so forth. So we let them decide. I don't want anybody to come to work if they don't feel comfortable, We don't tell them, if you don't show up, you don't have a job anymore. We tell them, feel safe first, and then you come to work, because we want the people to be happy when they're at work.
You went through the 2008 financial crisis, but everyone is predicting that this will be much worse. Where do you see the restaurant industry growing? Are you worried about unemployment? Are you worried about social unrest?
Totally, we worry totally about unemployment. You know, to get the economy back on track, it's really the most important thing. What does the federal government do to incentivize people to go out again? And I think for me, for example, we have 6 restaurants in Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas is a tourist city and a convention city. So there is no conventions now. And I really believe it will last until next September. Maybe if by the end of the year we found vaccination or a therapeutic remedy or something, you know, that people feel safe to do things anymore, to go out and go to Vegas, you know, or go to Maui. We are still closed in Maui. The whole island are closed down because they're scared to bring people over and it's going to spread. And, you know, they don't have the hospital facilities. So if you are in Maui or in Hawaii or some of these islands, if they have an outbreak there, you know, they are not equipped to do that.